Hi friends, my name is Chaitanya Patke and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to analyze the first day's play of the Border Gavaskar series, Border Gavaskar Trophy, I beg your pardon, 2023 between India and Australia, played at the Shri Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad in Gujarat. The day started off with festivities as both the Honorable PMs Mr. Modi and Mr. Albanese, in an affable show of affection, waved throughout the crowd and took a big round of the Narendra Modi Stadium, which cemented the cooperation trust, and only the sky is the limit for India Australia bilateral relations. So that's a good way to start off any test match, a good omen. Coming back to cricket, Australia won the toss and expectedly went on to bat first. They scored 255 for 4 at the end of the 90 overs. The first day completely belonged to Australia. The pitch held up pretty well, the best pitch of the four grounds so far, and Australia made full advantage of it. Indian fast bowlers Mohammad Shami and Umesh Yadav were not up to the mark in the morning session, and they paid a heavy price for it. Earlier on, KS Bharat dropped Travis Head, which actually costed India more than 25 to 28 runs, but he was eventually out by Ravichandran Ashwin. Jaddu took a fine catch at long on. Usman Khwaja, the day belonged completely to him. 104 of 251 deliveries, strike rate of 41.43, but it is essential that he stayed throughout the 90 overs, 15 boundaries, and one thing was quite striking, that he played no sweep shot or no compulsive sweeps. All great cricket ball waited for the right opportunity to attack the loose ball, which was provided by the Indian spinners, unfortunately. But let's take no credit away from Usman. It's 14 Test 100 first against India, and it was a very heartwarming moment, because he is a very underrated batsman. Nobody talks about him in world cricket, but in 2013 and 2017 India tours, he was there just for the drinks, including the 2013 homework gate. Infamous homework great under Mickey Arthur. So it's quite a redemption for him, and his averages not only in India but in Sri Lanka, in UAE as well as Bangladesh has been improved tremendously, and hard working guys get the success even though it's late. Peter Handscomb scored 17 of 27 delivery, actually looked good with 3 boundaries, but Mohammad Shami just brilliantly rattled his off stump for a toss. That was quite a sight. Cameron Green batted wonderfully well, 49 of 64 deliveries, including 8 boundaries. So he looked very good. He didn't have the defensive mindset right from the start. He was very positive, and he is yielding good dividends of that approach. If India don't dismiss him earlier on the second day, we are in big trouble. Steve Smith actually looked very good of his 38, despite the fact that he took 135 deliveries, but he looked solid and well on to way for a big score. But Ravindra Jadeja, thankfully for the Indian fans, got him out. Steve Smith would consider himself unlucky, but that's the nature. He chopped one onto his off stump. 12 extras were there, which is I think too much. But the day completely belonged to Usman Khwaja, and Usman Khwaja only take nothing away from him, and I'm so happy for him. Despite the fact that I'm being an Indian, it is very heartening to see hard work get rewarded, and sky's the limit for Usman's career. Wishing him well, and hopefully he gets out earlier on tomorrow, but a great inning nonetheless today. Mohammad Shami 17 overs 65 runs, 2 wickets. Umesh Yadav 15 overs 58 runs. Ravichandran Ashwin gave away 57 runs in 25 overs, including 8 maidens and a wicket of Travis Head, but we all would agree that he didn't find his particular length this time. Hopefully he will work it in the morning, and the results will be there to be seen in the form of wickets. Ravindra Jadeja 20 overs 49 runs, 1 wicket. Akshar Patel was economical. In 12 overs he gave away 14 runs by bowling just 4 maidens, and Shreyas Iyer also bowled a single over. He just gave away 2 runs. So all in all, a day that completely belonged to Usman Khwaja, deservedly so, and it shows his tenacity, determination, patience. For the Indian team now, the challenge is to pick up quick wickets, because if Australia get 400 plus, we are in big trouble, despite the fact that it is a good batting deck. And something about the pitch, as I said, it is the best pitch of the 4 test matches. It had something to offer in the morning, but Mohammad Shami and Umesh Yadav, I think in particular Mohammad Shami, got too excited, didn't find their length in the first 6 overs, and that set the tempo for Australian domination. Marnus Labuschagne, I have to mention that his horror tour is continuing. Mohammad Shami just bowled a brilliant delivery, didn't give much weight outside the off stump, and in the kind of form unfortunately Marnus Labuschagne is He was in two minds whether to leave it or whether to play it. If in the end could do none, and just chopped that one back down to his leg stump. So all in all, a pretty horrendous tour so far for Marnus Labuschagne. We know that he is the number one ranked ICC Test batsman coming into this series, but he has unfortunately not delivered. Still one innings, that is the third inning of the Test match. The second inning of Aussies is there to prove his naysayers wrong, but according to his potential, he has underperformed quite a bit. So the day, I think, belonged to Australia, 255 for 4. As I said a few moments ago, we have to restrict Australia below 400 or below 350 so that we are into the game nicely. And Indian batters tomorrow will have to put a good show. The onus will be on the opening pair of Rohit Sharma and particularly Shubman Gill, who has to redeem himself tomorrow because he played two uncharacteristic shots in the Indore Test match. He was brought in after much debate over KL Rahul, and actually he disappointed in that game. So big task tomorrow for Shubman Gill, and I have expectation that Virat Kohli and Cheteshwar Pujara also do nice things tomorrow while batting for India. And India, I think, if they take a lead of 100 runs, it is going to be very difficult for Australia, because despite the fact that the pitch is good, the nature of Indian pitches and in general subcontinent is that it starts breaking from the second session or from the third day onwards. So it is going to be interesting to see how the Indian batsmen approach Nathan Lyon in particular. But the first task on hand is to pick up 6 wickets and restrict Australia to as much as less score possible, because we know the importance of a first innings lead in the last game. So despite the fact that the pitch is going to behave particularly well, some balls in the morning session kept low, so that is an indication of the things to come, not on the second day but starting from the second session, or at the most third session or day after tomorrow. That is going to be the third day of the test match. In my estimation, this test is going to last for 5 days, because the pitch will held out even well, but the characteristic is such that it will assist spinners from the third innings onwards. So it will be an onerous task for the Indian batsman to take a first innings lead of at least 100 runs and see where the match proceeds from there and make tactical adjustments accordingly. So how did you like my analysis of the first day's play? Please tell in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for further notifications. We'll meet in the next video. Till then everyone, bye, and once again humbly requesting everyone, please subscribe.